typically our customers joining from other countries, they have found us through HubSpot, and for them it's automatically choice. They want that remote context because they will not be, flying from other countries to Sweden to just have a meeting or workshop. So
good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
I give you the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, and welcome to MattGron Talks. This is episode 149, and my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and here I share my scaling up journey, building my company from nothing to something. And of course, with me as usual, my dear friend and co-host Svea-Malina Landshoff. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good, and I'm really looking forward to our workshop tomorrow, actually, like the whole conference, because, so many people have joined, and I can't wait to meet everyone, because I know only like the small Slack images so far, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But first of all, I need to take
transform these Slack images to something more living for you, Svea-Malina.
Yes, please. But first of all, I have a tagline here, Mattias. So
this drop it.
Is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. And we do that 3 times per week. We have different topics for our Monday, Wednesday, and Friday episodes. Mattias, do you want to share the framework for everyone who might be new here?
Yes, of course. And an extra welcome to all the newcomers. We have a framework for you. And every Monday we talk about self-development. And I'm sharing my journey growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday we talk about everything I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process when I'm scaling up my company. And then every Friday I also share my weekly self-inventory. Typically I talk about things that I could have done differently and stuff I have learned, and we are also celebrating the victories.
My favorite
That's it.
part.
That's the framework.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mattias. But today is our Wednesday episode, so everything you learn in your entrepreneurial process, scaling your company. And I've already said it when we started the episode that there's this conference coming up tomorrow and on Friday. And I know there will be a discovery workshop involved with some of your customers. And, we had like a little talk about that behind the scenes. And you actually mentioned that you do a lot of your workshops remotely nowadays. So I thought that might be a valuable topic for people who also want to look into that as well. And you can maybe share how you do it at iGoMoon. So firstly, I would be interested in how many workshops are actually remote nowadays. Do you have even still workshop at the office? How is that ratio right now?
100% remote.
100% remote. Okay.
Yeah.
But that has not always been like that, right?
No, I mean, if you go back
pre-corona.
I mean, yeah, of course. There is a lot of more remoting going on these days compared to 2-3 years ago. Yeah. I think since I started the company, we have always been doing remote meetings, and first it was more on the sales side, I think, and then I would say we have been growing more and more into the remote life even before Corona, because a lot of our customers they are actually in other countries, and we have never met them, physically. So remote has always been a part of our game.
Yeah, that's so crazy, this whole globalization thing, that you can work with people all over the world without even physically meeting them. It's great, I think. How is the resonance from your customers doing this whole thing remotely? Is it positive after all?
I mean, for us as a HubSpot solution partner, typically our customers joining from other countries, they have found us through HubSpot, and they are looking for the best partners, and for them it's like an automatically choice. They want that remote context because they will not be, flying from other countries to Sweden to just have a meeting or workshop. So
yeah, right. Yeah.
So I think that's a part of the game today. So, and I mean, even if there is like a customer here in Stockholm today, as everybody already knows, I mean, there could be many reasons. Maybe one of the persons joining the workshop, they have, let's say, symptoms like, COVID symptoms, and then they will join remote. So I think you need to set up everything when it comes to like workshops, meetings, everything, you need to be able to run it remote.
Yeah. And I guess also some of the customers might have different people at different locations that still all need to join the workshop with you guys. So yeah, sounds very logical to me. Do you have anything you could think of to keep in mind when you want to, offer remote workshop to your customers, maybe for the first time, maybe something you usually don't think about?
I think the most important thing is to really practice the screen sharing part of the workshop. I have learned that the hard way myself. It's very easy to end up sharing tabs instead of kind of sharing the entire screen. For my work life, I use like a Mac computer, so I have different desktops, and that makes it more smooth to share things when you're maybe presenting. So yeah,
I know that from school. I still remember that, my school life is not that far behind at this moment in time. And I remember, even though you practice, your presentation and everything, still when you want to hold your presentation, something always goes wrong. It's so annoying. But yeah, so it's good advice, I think, to sort out your technical side of things maybe first, and practice that a couple of times so that the customer actually sees what you want to show them. And speaking of like these tools and tricks that you use, can you maybe share what kind of maybe software or tools you use at iGoMoon to make this whole thing as smooth as possible?
So we run all our stuff up on Google's backbone. We use Google Drive and Google for our meetings, and then it depends what kind of workshop it is, but lately we started to use Miro board as well, playing around with it. And
is that the thing with like where you can share notes with each other, where everyone can contribute to like a note board?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before, and I think that is a really, really great thing. It's better than just having like a file everyone is writing, and I feel like this is very like physical, almost like putting post-its on a screen, or like a whiteboard in a classical sense. I think that's really great. I am curious about one more thing, Mattias. So I know that you have said also, in this whole Corona remote context, that sometimes you lose kind of the personal connection to also your colleagues, employees. How do you feel in that context about having a remote workshop with your customers? Do you think it also affects it in a negative way, maybe, to have those remotely when it comes to the relationship side of things and reading people?
I mean, I almost feel that you answered the question.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you must adapt. It's a part of the game. Yeah. We are talking about remote meetings and the pandemic issues. But for us, maybe it has probably been evolved faster into more like a full remote world, because today even the more local companies, they are fine with doing it remote. But I also see that a lot of our local customers, they want to come to our office. Okay. But the thing is that still 25-30% of our customers, remote is the only option, and we have been doing that for 5-6 years since we became HubSpot partners. And since that day, we are not just fishing in the pond like Stockholm or Sweden. It's much bigger than that. So I think you learn.
Like how do you always say, it's about the progress you make in the process, right?
Yes.
I like that expression very much, actually. It's a good tagline. We should add that somewhere. Okay, I think that was actually it for today. I was just curious how that works at iGoMoon, and I mean, I will see it in action on Friday, I think, right? Yeah, Friday is the workshop.
Tomorrow we are kicking off the kickoff, and yes, we will have some fun going on. We will meet Project Playground, and then we will also have a fun surprise activity during the evening, and then on Friday we are going full workshop mode.
Okay, I'm curious to see that. But yeah, maybe we can talk in our Friday episode about how actually everything went down afterwards. But thank you, Mattias, for today and sharing what you know about this topic. And if you guys like what we are doing, as always, please subscribe and leave a comment if you have anything you want us, or rather Mattias, talking about. Also ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Did I forget something? Like, and see you next time.
Yeah, exactly. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching MattGron Talks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.